Are we approaching NQT theater? Not this year, my friends. But back by popular demand, we're talking about holiday things. Holiday things.
Holiday.
Bum. Chris, did you know, wild thought? You know, sometimes history repeats itself. And sometimes it happens in the terms of fashion. Have you noticed that pantaloons for lots of people have been baggy lately?
Describe pantaloons.
Baggy pants.
Baggy pants.
Baggy pants. Have you noticed baggy pants everywhere around, especially with like younger people?
I haven't noticed, I have to say.
Are you serious?
No, but
there's pantaloons everywhere.
Me.
There are seriously
I'm
pantaloons
going to look
everywhere.
Now that you've mentioned it, it's like when you get a new car.
Yes.
You see
You're
that car all the time.
Pantaloons everywhere.
Now that you've mentioned it,
you were going to leave the studio and go, I am seeing a lot of pantaloons.
I'm going to see a ton of pantaloons.
100%.
It's fun to say pantaloons.
Welcome back. Yes. After, let's see, a week of solo-ness.
Yeah.
Heard that you might have had a colonoscopy. That was the word on the street. We don't know. We can neither confirm nor deny. But Miles Finch says yes.
I guess that's not HIPAA protected or anything.
If you're talking about yourself, you can probably say it. Also,
I think
when you signed the contract for NQT, you gave away all rights.
No. No. I'll have to look at that with my lawyer.
So how'd it go? Well,
I think you misheard me. I wasn't going for a colonoscopy.
Oh, interesting.
I was going for a solonoscopy.
Oh man.
Meaning I was going to get away on a writer's retreat, do some songwriting, do some side-by-siding on a four-wheeler. Yeah.
Okay.
And get out there and maybe shoot a few pistols and higher powered fun things, and
sounds like
eat a lot of food.
Sounds like maybe that you shot one of those.
Yes.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Wow, that's barely even legal.
Wow.
Easy. Okay, no more of that. So
a solonoscopy.
It sounds like you've maybe used the term solonoscopy before.
I think maybe it was born on this show.
Maybe I'm just making that up. Okay,
born like a baby rattlesnake that can't modulate its venom.
That's a true. Did you know? Fun fact for the audience that a baby rattlesnake is actually one of the most dangerous snakes because apparently they can't what is it? Modulate their venom.
No.
Would you have ever thought a snake person would say modulate their venom?
I think they'd say a million other things before they say modulate their venom.
Modulate sounds like if it's like maybe a guy who works in IT. But
we gotta modulate.
Is that what so when you hear IT, is this the guy?
We gotta modulate.
This is the guy who's in the server room. This is how he talks when you hear IT.
Exactly.
I feel like it'd be an IT guy who's really into snakes, and he's describing this like to someone in the break room.
You gotta modulate the snake venom.
You would not think a snake guy would say, okay, so let me publicly apologize. You did not have a colonoscopy. You had a solonoscopy.
I had a solonoscopy.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Happy to have you back here.
Appreciate it.
Studio.
Great time had, and glad to be back. But now we're ready to dive in.
Ready to go.
Episode of NQT.
To talk more than pantaloons tonight, my friends. We're going to talk about more than that. Here's what we're going to talk about.
Can we touch on that a little bit more?
The pantaloons?
Because, that was...
Why?
What I remember from you said that they made a comeback, right? I mean that they were in
baggy
fashion
pants
before.
Are in. Well, yeah, they were in fashion during our time.
I remember certain artists that would kind of
like an MC Hammer.
Yeah, exactly. MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
The baggy pants were just
they were in.
They were in.
You could have even before that. Think or the jeans from the 60s. Bell bottoms. You got bell bottoms. You had wind pants during our time.
Yeah. So the bell bottoms started a little bit baggier at the bottom and kind of got skinny going up. The pantaloons start skinny at the bottom and get really baggy going up. Is that right?
I don't know what side.
You said you've been looking at pantaloons.
No. Let me
like
explain.
on the street, you've been seeing people left and right.
This is going out in
pantalooning.
I don't know what side of the pantaloon is the baggy side. I just know pantaloons are baggy pants. Where they're baggy, I could not tell you the location of bagginess.
Well, then
here's the deal. Baggy pants are in style right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they on backwards or are they on frontward?
Frontward, because they're not crazy.
So we're not combining two different fashion
No.
styles.
You are literally going to go out from the studio tonight and you're going to see pantaloons.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't wait.
All right. So,
Yes!
we are at the time of the year.
It's that time of year.
Are we approaching NQT Theater? Not this year, my friends, but back by popular demand, we're talking about holiday things. Holiday. Is your house decorated for Christmas already?
It is not.
Oh, are you waiting till after Thanksgiving?
I see, like pant fashion, I don't really design or have a lot of say in what goes on in our house.
Wait, you don't have desire for Christmas stuff up at your house?
I don't have desire for it.
Yeah, do you not?
I'm always for Christmas.
Oh.
I just I don't know when we're going to actually.
Does Jess just
decorate
wake up
it up.
and say, today's the day?
Sometimes.
It's Christmas
Sometimes
time.
it's like, this is the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to do it today.
So no Christmas music in the house either? Then?
There's been Christmas music.
Oh.
There's been Christmas music in the vehicle.
Like Christmas shoes?
Sir,
I want to buy these shoes. That's so terrible.
For my
It's so
mama,
terrible. It's
please.
bad. It's bad. What about Mary? Did you know?
Mary,
Man.
did you know?
It's so bad.
No!
I think it just makes people hate everything when they hear
so.
certain songs like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a favorite?
What about?
You have
Go
a
ahead.
favorite? No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
go
no.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Is that your favorite? That's not your favorite.
That's not my
Christmas
favorite.
song.
No, but there is a.
That's not your favorite Christmas
No,
song.
not by far.
Okay, good.
Because I just it takes me out of the Christmas spirit to be thinking of an ox and a lamb keeping time. Like, okay, here's this beautiful song honoring the Lord, and all of a sudden there's an ox and a lamb, and I'm trying to get my mind around how do they do
Just
that?
Snorted.
They have hooves. How are they-
hooves.
How
Hooves are funny.
what are they keeping time with? And
So Trans-Siberian Orchestra is your favorite Christmas song, is what you're saying. Christmas band. The Lasers.
it just depends.
Okay, do you have do you have like a top one?
A top Silent Night
Okay.
is my favorite.
By a certain artist?
No, it doesn't really. No, it doesn't have to be a certain artist. It's just
Okay.
my favorite song. I think it's one of the
So you
the most
so hold on. So
solemn,
wait.
honoring.
So Christmas time, I'm not judging your Silent Night, by the way. I kind of am the way I'm laughing. I'm envisioning you by yourself in your car, driving, maybe stuck in traffic, and you're just quietly somber singing Silent Night. That's your jam?
it is.
Okay,
I
there's nothing
guess-
wrong with that.
I
No
guess-
judgment. No judgment. There's nothing wrong.
I guess I like a song that.
Let's see. Oh,
Makes
Holy
you
Night.
uncomfortable.
I do like Oh, Holy Night.
You like Good King
also-
Wenceslas?
What?
Good King Wenceslas.
What are you saying? What is that?
That's a Christmas song.
That's a Christmas song?
It
What you
is.
just said?
Yeah,
What about the Nat King Cole Christmas song?
Christmas song.
Isn't it called a Christmas song?
Nat King Cole's Christmas song?
Yeah, isn't it
Well,
called
people are turning this
Chestnuts
podcast off
Roasting
right now
on
because-
Okay. Sorry.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. Is always fun.
It's okay. So let's move on from Christmas music. Let's talk about something around this time of the year that happens, whether it's via email, whether it's in the workplace, maybe snail mail, maybe conversations, group texts, evites, all the things that happen, a whole bunch of invitations,
people be getting together.
lots of parties, get-togethers, too many events that can fit on a
Ugly
calendar,
sweater,
lots of things,
parties,
dinosaurs. You got a whole
White
bunch of things.
elephant,
White elephant.
gifts.
So you have all these things this time of the year. Let's talk about
parties.
this.
Let's go.
I feel like the last 2 months of the year drum up a whole bunch of different emotions.
Like a little pum-pum-pum.
Wow. So way to tarnish people's emotions right there and diminish it to a little drummer
Oh, the
boy hitting the
Dang ox and lamb are keeping time again.
stupid ox and lamb.
Out of my head, ox and lamb. I'll make you a soup. Go ahead.
So, as you get older, so I'm talking to you because you're older.
Thank you. You told me that my hair looked whiter today. Thank
I
you.
did,
Appreciate
and that was actually meant to be a compliment for real. That was
No,
not
that's-
meant to be negative.
I never heard.
No,
Hey, is your hair
okay.
whiter as a compliment?
This is
But
okay. Now people are really tuning out. Listen, I seriously. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, here we go. Whatever. We're doing.
Is
this
your
tangent.
belt on a
No, we're doing this tangent.
bigger loop?
No, here.
It might as well have been that. It's,
That is so not the same. What's that loop? Is that loop increasing in size? I've noticed.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, lay off. I'm starving. No. Okay, here we go. Listen, I like colored hair. I've always liked that, like since I was a kid. I think that just looks cool on people. You do have a cool hairstyle, probably because we both have a similar hairstyle. Like no joke, you really do. I do the same type of hairstyle, and no joke. I think white, like in your hair, I think that looks cool. You can ask Joe. You can ask anyone. I backed this up. So I actually thought it looked whiter than normal, but like in a cool way, like in a complimentary way, not in an old man kind of a way, like you were thinking. Like, do you not like your hair like having that white color? You really don't like that?
I don't
like it.
I'd like to hold on to the color a little bit more.
So you'd rather it be like black. You're gonna come in and be solid. You're gonna have solid black hair, solid brown hair someday. Okay.
No, it's too late. That ship has sailed.
Okay. And I think the white looks cool.
It's gonna go where it goes.
Okay. I'm on the record saying I seriously think the whitened hair looks awesome.
Well, thank you.
I'm serious.
I thought when you said whiter today that you said wider,
like fatter. You look fatter today.
Is your head getting fatter?
No, that's not what I was saying. Okay.
Well, there we go.
This time of the year, the older we've gotten, the more people, you experience in life, and you realize this obviously can be a joyful time of the year. Here we go. Christmas tunes. We're shopping. Sometimes there's snow. Sometimes there's not. Yeah, la, la, la. Thanksgiving, Christmas. We like all the things. Yeah. At the same time, there's a whole nother side that I could be crazy, but I feel like might be increasing. And I would call that unfortunate. There's a lot of pain and hurt this time of the year.
Yeah.
Probably because of all the get-togethers and family and friends and jolliness or whatever you want to call it. But there's this crazy thing that happens, I think, during the fourth quarter of every year, or especially the last 2 months, that you have a huge amount of, I'll call it joy, and then a huge amount of pain at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, what in the world do we do in that? That's crazy. That's a crazy difference. And it seems to shine brightly around these last 2 months of the year.
And the joy gets advertised, right?
Yeah.
In anything that you see what you hear in a radio ad or what you see on a TV commercial. I mean, the joy is, okay, you're going to get this car. It's going to have a bow on it.
It's going to be great.
Or you're going to, it's holiday cheer, holiday fun.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear much about this time could be pretty painful for some people.
No.
There could be some sorrow there. It's going to shine a spotlight on people who maybe aren't there for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. That just gets pushed under the big, shaggy, red and white, green rug, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a really specific rug that just came to mind.
I went with Christmas colors there, but I understand that people do other things now.
Yep.
So.
Well, it's always interesting because it's not... I have a couple different ways my brain goes on this. Is like this time of the year, maybe when I was younger, I'd be like, well, come on. And like, it's joyful. And like, why do you got to be down? Whatever. Which is totally insensitive, right? And not cool. And at the same time, you want to have empathy and you could be down yourself, but it doesn't mean that the season has to be a downer either.
Yeah.
Right. So there's just this tension of what's a good way to carry ourselves during a season like this, especially in light of all the different potential, we'll call them people opportunities that are out there.
I think we are, when we're in this time of season, we welcome distraction when we are, dealing with some painful things or when things are a little bit, maybe not ideal the way that it's painted on the advertisements and such. And so, it's easier to get distracted. I think that's what kind of feeds into the season too, is that here, look at this shiny thing or busy yourself with shopping or, get anxious about this here. And it kind of takes the emphasis off of what this season really does mean. And, it's easy to get distracted around this time, but I think it's because, as humans, we're trying to fill those voids in ways that are tangible and comfortable. And, maybe that's not really opening up to what God is probably wanting to tell us during those times, or wanting to help us with, or even soothe us with his presence. We're off doing a million things around this time, and so I feel like we can easily miss it and just play into the season that maybe isn't as rewarding from a serenity standpoint. It's more of let's just get to Christmas morning. Let's just make sure that things are done and that that it's all good. And then by the time that Christmas night rolls around, you're like, what did we just go through here?
Well, there are a lot of people. What's that phrase? It's like, I'm just trying to get through the holidays. Like they're just trying to grind it out. Even that scene on Elf, she's like, just leave me alone. I'm just trying to get through the holidays. He's like, 6-inch ribbon curls, honey. So let's put you on the hot seat. How do you feel this time of the year? Like, maybe not every year is the same answer for you, but like, you joyful, hard for you? I'll answer to be fair next, but just how do you feel this time of the year?
Yeah, so this has always been a tricky time of year for me. My family, as I shared in my testimony, we didn't really celebrate Christmas early on. It was having to do with a kind of a cult that we belonged to, and Christmas just wasn't on the agenda. But Thanksgiving was. And so around Thanksgiving, we would gather together, and I remember some really good memories from Thanksgiving. However, my family's really spread out now, and we don't get together the way that we used to. And so there's always a feeling of a miss there, like, it's not the way that it used to be. And so it's usually a small gathering now, and that's kind of where we have found it to be just right for us. We just take that as a small family time. And we usually will get together with friends and expand that out a bit.
Notice I've never got that invite before as friends, but you can keep explaining what you do.
Okay, cool. Can we just look at history though?
Sure.
We had the Mobleys over for after
did you?
Thanksgiving.
We can't talk about this right now. Let's go back to what you were saying.
No, it was a great time. I had a great time. Obviously, you did not have a great time. It wasn't memorable for you, but yes. But Christmas. Let's talk about Christmas.
And your family, for the record, does not celebrate Festivus.
No Festivus.
Okay. Just clarifying, there's lots of Festivus lovers out there. Right. So no poll for y'all or fighting and screaming serenity now.
No.
Okay.
No feats of strength.
No feats of strength. That's good.
I do love some Christmas. And I think it was because we didn't really celebrate it. And so once I had a chance to do it, it was like, this is great. I love it. And we still deal with the fact that our family's all spread out. So it's usually a small gathering still. And we enjoy that. Yeah. There's no pressure on that. So we don't have to be certain places or wake up really early and do all these things. So it's kind of nice, and we just try to make it as meaningful as possible.
It's been interesting for me.
Let's talk about you.
Well, when I was little, it was always kind of a special time of the year, last couple of months. And just from the get-togethers, being out of school, obviously there's presents, and it's just, my parents, I think they tried to make it kind of special. When they got divorced, it actually became what you just said earlier of we always had to be over here and then over there. And honestly, the holidays, November, December was my brother and I driving around to make all the different places. So it was like a mobile
Mobleys.
It was like there was no constant. So it actually kind of felt like work during that season. Sure. And then getting older, you start owning it yourself. You have your own kids, things like that. I enjoy it. I tend to have extra time off, and then I evaluate a lot kind of during this time of the year. I like when it's colder outside because I'm not sweating. And then now that my parents have passed and things like that, it's still fun to be around with family and everything. But it's basically impossible to not process through every year, like the ones that aren't around. So somber might be a little too low of a word to describe it, but it's like a mix of joy and a little somber at the same time.
Sure.
It's nothing that, I don't think it's anything that like puts me necessarily at a bad place. And it probably actually trends toward a little bit more exciting and joy. And it's an enjoyable time of the year, but there are reminders along the way And I've had certain years where maybe they're darker than others, or I've wanted to be more isolated. Definitely there have been years where it's like, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer any of these invitations too much. I'd rather just be by myself and essentially get through the holidays, kind of a thing, you know?
I know that I felt that way at times too, where it's just like, I would rather just kind of low key the holidays. And then, you know, you and I talked about this recently too, is that sometimes when you get that invitation, you're like, I really don't want to go. It's kind of Nate Bargatze has that in one of his sketches. Is you know, in your 20s, it's like, let's go. I'm ready. I don't care. You know, I'll sell the house. Let's go.
Yeah.
In the 30s, it's like, who's going to be there, and can I take my own car?
Yeah.
And in your 40s, it's I'm not going to go. So. And
it's accurate.
So I think you know, as we get a little bit older, when our hair gets a little bit whiter,
or when we get wider
and wider.
Yep.
Oh man, that would be a great podcast name. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Do you think it's one of those that goes back to what we talked about, that it's actually good for us as people to be with people? And so then here comes the invitation. It's actually good for us to be around others and not be isolated. But exactly why we're also tempted to be like, I don't want to do this at all. Okay.
I think so.
I can see that.
Maybe we don't feel like we're going to add to the joy of the actual event.
Sure.
But once there, I've been proven wrong many times, you know. Once you get around people and
that's
play a fun
irony.
Game or something like that.
That's the irony of the stuff me and you have talked about multiple times, the things that we know that are good for us. There's always this pregame of like, no, don't want to do it, don't want to do it, don't want to do it. And you do it. And then you're on the other side of it. And you're always looking back and like, I'm so happy I did this.
Yeah.
But there was such that tension pregame that said no, which, I mean, it basically says no. But it's ironically most of the time to things that are good for us. You look like you're going to laugh right now, and I don't.
No, I'm agreeing with you. It's the fight isn't necessary, right?
Yes, but it's always there.
It is.
Yes.
And I feel like I've gotten better at recognizing that over the years that, you're just being that way.
Yeah.
You know, when I talk to myself in the mirror, it's just, you're being that way. You're saying you don't want to go, but really, you're crying inside that you need some community. You need some people around you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Is that when you look back at yourself, you're like, don't talk to me right now?
That's when the reflection speaks back to me and I get really scared. And I run,
That's another episode, and we'll see you in counseling after this.
Exactly.
So then what would be a good, like, do you have to like tell yourself something this time of the year? Like, do you kind of prep yourself for all this, or like, you know, what are you experiencing? Let's say on the one side is more joy, maybe, and the other side's a little bit more pain. Like, what would you like recommend or suggest to either one of those people?
Yeah. Being open-handed in that.
On both sides?
I would say so.
Like how so?
Yeah. So if you are expecting that it's going to be pain, then be open-handed in the sense that, and I know that not everybody has a relationship with Christ here, and not everybody's a Christian, but being invited to something, it takes a lot for somebody to invite people in sometimes. And so if you are being invited to something, give it some time. Give it a chance, and maybe go see what. I don't know if you are a believer, see what God has for you. If you're not, then be willing to get to know new people. And
so you're almost saying, if I'm the receiver of the invitation, to recognize, hey, the sender of that invitation, they're taking a step. They're taking an uncomfortable step as well by inviting. And like, yes, it might be uncomfortable, or maybe you want to talk yourself out of it. But I mean, they're putting themselves out there, and that's great. But we can too.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not trying to guilt you into having. Hey, you better go if somebody invites you. But but there might be something really good on the other side there where you feel like, okay, well, you know, I'm glad that I did this. I'm glad I got to know somebody a little bit better.
Yeah,
and maybe even learn something else about yourself too. That you know, maybe you don't have one option to be closed off and not go to events around this time of year because of pain.
I tend to sometimes, when I'm in some painful moments for me, somehow, some way, I really think I sometimes know what the better thing is for me to do, and I talk myself out of it. And I've tried, and I don't do this perfectly, but I've tried to notice that tension more often and faster now, and then just go, you know what? If that tension's even there, I think I need to start defaulting to just yes, because there's a reason the tension's there. And again, it's almost 100% success rate to look back and go, I'm so happy I did it. I've rarely ever looked back and like, I regret I did that. Sure. It's like, it's always the opposite. So then I'm like, okay, clearly my MO is I could be in pain. I could want to isolate. I don't want to do blank, which actually means I should probably do blank, which is, it's so countercultural because you're like, wait, what? It's like the bizarro world or opposite, but it kind of is. We talk ourselves out of those good things for us.
And there's nobody that's really holding you to account there other than you. And so it's easy to get away with that. Yeah. But not necessarily helpful to you.
So that's the pain person. So what about, let's say now the joy?
The joy person, the one who's, just everything is wonderful at this time of year, and which is great.
That's awesome.
Not?
Yeah, praise God.
Then maybe just be aware that there are people who are not in that place, and maybe even be willing to have that conversation with them. Hey, I'm sorry you're going through something right now, but you have a place here, and you're welcome here, and maybe just be open to the fact that they don't have to be as joyous as you. Yeah,
they're not gonna.
What do you think?
They're not going to, quote, kill the vibe by you stepping into someone's world. And, at some of my worst moments in my life, I've probably looked at someone hurting, maybe even during this time of the year. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I don't want that in my world because I'm having a joyful end of the time of the year or whatever it is. Like I'm not proud of those moments. It's just like in my probably most prideful or sinfulest of moments, I've thought that way. Where then, it's like you can still have joy. You can have a great last couple months of the year and have a lot of joy, which is really trust. It's really, we've talked about that's not really happiness, and reach out and be aware of people who are hurting, and honestly, probably find some deeper joy through connecting with them and having that empathy. And there's just, I don't know, there's things for both. There's things for us, whether we're on a joyful side of the year or a painful side of the year, which could change each year too, by the way. But it does seem to bring out one of those reactions around these last couple months.
Yeah, I agree. So I think one of the best gifts we can give to ourselves during the Christmas season here or Thanksgiving is to take the pressure off of what it needs to be for you and think about how can you show people more of Christ's love, whether it be around a Thanksgiving table, whether it be while you're out shopping, whether it be at a Christmas gathering. You never know where people are. You never know what they're dealing with. Some will let you know, but it can be a really special Christmas by listening, by maybe just encouraging. Yeah. And then, letting that encourage you too, to be on the side of that to where you can just, not have to make it be about yourself or about the gifts or about the way things look or, I don't know.
No, that's great.
I'm not trying to be hard on anybody out there. Yeah. And, do your Christmas, do your routine.
Sure.
But
and just be mindful of others at the same time.
Remember, it doesn't take a lot to be mindful of others and to make a difference.
Yeah. I love it when you go away for a colonoscopies because you come back with a plethora of wisdom, a pantaloon full of wisdom, my friend.
Yeah. And I come back with, thinking about my favorite Christmas songs too.
Oh, dear. Are you going to see us out with a Christmas song?
I'm dreaming of a white hair Christmas.
Oh, you mean a wide Christmas?
Well, that too.
Thanks so much for joining us. Please consider rating and reviewing our podcast and hitting subscribe on whichever platform you prefer. Remember to keep moving forward because we're not quite there.